Yeah, I'm Reverend Karen Fitz La Barge. I'm the pastor at Kent Presbyterian Church, and I'm really proud that we have a preschool play group called Moms and Munchkins at our church. Well, at Kent Presbyterian Church, we have a preschool teacher, and her son really wanted a group of friends that he could play with. And there really was no good play group around for her to be able to do that with. So she thought, you know what? Why don't I see if I can create this at my church? So she went to the session and asked permission, and session was a little worried about it at first because they weren't exactly sure what the extent of it was going to be. But they said, yeah, we'll give it a try. And so they launched it they meet on Monday mornings, and about 10:30, the moms start showing up with their minivans, with their carriers, with the kids in tow. And the kids play together, and our church is laid out in a big circle. So in the wintertime, when the kids are all going crazy because they can't play outside, we have bicycles, tricycles, and little two-wheel bikes with training wheels. And the kids will ride their bicycles around the circuit, from the fellowship hall, around past the sanctuary, down the hallway with the offices, back around by the Sunday school rooms, and they do this circuit. Well, sometimes they chase each other too. But it's a play group that started out of a need, and we can have up to 15 preschoolers running and screaming and treating the church like their second home on Monday mornings. I think part of the need for suburban communities is that people are actually pretty isolated. The people drive into their driveways, they hit the button on their garage door opener, they go into their homes, and for at least the preschool crowd, there really isn't a mechanism for parents with small preschool children to get together. And so it can be kind of a one-on-one lonely existence. And this really builds community. They call themselves now the Tribe of Moms. And they really support each other. You listen to them talk. They're like, I'm having trouble with this particular thing. Oh, my daughter did that when she was young. And they're exchanging parenting information. Someone will say, hey, you know what? Joshua grew out of this wonderful pair of overalls. Does anybody need him? Or someone says, hey, I'm looking for some snow boots. Does anybody have some? Oh yeah, I think I have some in the attic that are that size. So there's clothing swap going on and a lot of mutual support and advice that's given between the moms. And some dads come too. The session of the church provides snacks, and the space, of course, for them to meet. And the youth group at the church is now going to be raising money to build a playground, to put in some actual playground equipment. Right now we've got a bunch of little tykes, portable playground equipment that sits in the back of our fellowship hall, but it goes outside. And in the summertime, when they meet, they frequently will do water activities, like they'll bring out the wading pools or, the goggles and squirt guns, and they run around that. In the summertime, they take the bikes out in the parking lot. They put up little cones to keep them in the back part of the parking lot, and the kids will race around outside. It's a wonderful way to meet the needs in the community in a way I'd never seen a church do before. They do sometimes go on field trips after play group. They'll all say, hey, let's all go together to the park. There's free lunch in the park, or there's this other thing. And they're starting to have birthday parties at the church for the kids and inviting all the play group friends. So someone will say, hey, my daughter's having a birthday party, Kenzie's birthday party on Saturday the 26th. So they use the church fellowship hall, and everybody comes and has a party and builds a community from families that are relatively isolated from each other. We have one mom who has just recently had twins, a baby girl and a baby boy. And the little boy has an issue with his skull, that he's not developing correctly. And the care and the concern that the other moms give to her, because she's a worried mom, they are just there listening to her and her struggles, and he's going to be going into surgery here in a few weeks, and they've all said, hey, if you need help with this, that, or the other thing, we're all there for you. So the group has really come around people when they're struggling with issues of parenting that are maybe a little more serious than, hey, I'm looking for a pair of size 3 shoes.